I'm Tate Klaxman. I'm an artist living in Hudson, New York. The main focus of my work is about animals in the environment. And I start with the question of what are animals doing when no human being is watching them? So trying to explore their consciousness as separate from any kind of interaction with humans. I start with relief prints, and then those relief prints get further developed with other media, as well as I use other printmaking processes to make mixed media pieces that, like the animals they portray, are unique. I have two feelings about color, where I both absolutely love color, and I also feel like by restricting how much I use it, I make the colors, the limited colors that I'm using, more powerful. So while my innate tendency is a little bit towards a more is more type aesthetic, I restrain myself on that so that I can actually make the limited color I use more powerful. So I do tend to only print in different versions of black, occasionally a little bit of white or a little bit of gold, but 90% of what I do is black. And then bringing in colors either through the use of colored paper or by hand coloring prints afterwards. Right now, one of the pieces I'm very excited about is a very large scale piece of a winged fox. It's on a background with a repeating pattern. It has a limited landscape in the background, including most of the focus on a tree, a large tree in the foreground, and extensive Gothic inspired architectural as an internal integrated frame. Rather than being something about me specifically, this desire to look at animals and wonder what animals are thinking is really more of a cross-species trait, because if you think about human history, people have only been living in cities. Civilization, as we sort of define it, is only about maybe 6,500 years old, but people have been portraying animals through art tens of thousands of years longer than that. So I think this desire that I have is not to look at animals and explore them is not necessarily about me, but something that is kind of in the hardware of humanity. I feel like I'm very lucky in a sense, because I never sort of went through a period of like not knowing what should I do with my life. I did pretty much always want to be an artist from the time I was maybe 15 or 16, did want to be a professional artist. Part of what I love about art is things that it offers universally to, I feel, pretty much everybody who wants to access it, is that it's a different form of communication. And to me, that is going back to sort of things that are inherently human. This desire to communicate through images, to me, is part of what makes humanity humanity. The things about art that connect art with sort of a broader audience are not functioning at full capacity. So on the one hand, I am very fortunate in that when COVID-19 started, just randomly by chance, I had just put in a supply order. So I did have paper, I did have ink, had most of my basic supplies that I needed. I was able to continue making things on the one hand, but on the other hand, I had shows were all canceled, upcoming residencies canceled. I was going to be teaching this summer at a residency program at Women's Studio Workshop for a workshop with them, and that's canceled. So I have a lot of love and respect for everybody out there who, I feel like everybody has been doing their best through all this, and I really appreciate when I am able to sort of connect with any kind of media and see all the people working hard out there, still making the work, doing the work that that is inspiring, and lots of love and respect for everybody who's just been getting up every day and doing their best. And that I hope that we will all, make it through to the other side.